There are a few things in life guaranteed, but two things you can count on is dying and paying taxes. We as American citizens have been paying taxes for many, many years by law. Why are these taxes necessary, you might ask? If a person pays taxes, he or she will want to know why and why it's necessary. There are many, many reasons it is a must. By touching a few of these, perhaps a citizen can better understand the value of taxes and what it does for the American people. Paying these taxes enables us to live a better, stronger, healthier life because the taxes that they collect from us enable different kinds of programs. We have Medicaid, we have Meals on Wheels, we have Project Heat, and things like that that help people with a lower income and people who can't afford health insurance. In most cases, these are the elderly that are no longer able to work. Taxes collect support education programs as well. There's free lunch program for low-income children that can't afford to buy the lunch at school. These kids wouldn't be able to receive a lunch unless there was a program designated to feed them because they can't afford the cost of the lunch at school. By paying taxes, you enable the ability to have programs such as these. As stated on Senator Evan Bayh's website, he states that when it comes to higher education, the costs continue to rise at alarming rates, making the dream of college education less affordable for far too many. All of these are good reasons as to why we must, as citizens, pay taxes. All of these are valid reasons in paying these taxes because without paying taxes, we wouldn't have these different types of programs. But an individual may ask, why should I be responsible for paying for a child to go to school when I have no children? Why should I pay for the roads to be paved when I don't drive? Elderly women may even ask you, why would I have to pay for Sally to have a lunch when I don't have lunch myself? Things like this are reasons why people second guess the reasons in paying taxes, because some people feel like if I don't use it, I don't need to pay for it, while others believe the reverse side of that. In the state of Tennessee, they are not required to pay an income tax. This is because the taxes are divvied up by the usage. You'll pay a sales tax, and you pay a higher sales tax at that. You pay a road tax when you get your license plates and your driver's license. You'll pay education. You don't pay for your books and things, but those programs are designated in a different tax. So it looks like you're not paying as much as Indiana, for instance, but in reality you are. If a citizen is paid $350 gross pay for a 40-hour week, and the state's income tax is 7%, if you take 7% off of the $350 that is made, it's going to be $24.50. As you'll notice on the chart that I prepared, that person is going to pay $24.50. That leaves them with $325.50 per week. Now, if you take the $24.50 and you multiply it by a 4-week period, you're going to come out to $98. Now, in the $98, he's going to pay, each portion of that money is going to go for different reasons, different programs. For instance, he could pay $11 for the roads. He could pay $15 for the health programs. He could pay $22 for education. He could pay $21 for public services. The public services is like your buses, and you see the minivans that go and pick up the elderly and take them to doctor's appointments. That would help cover that cost. Then you have a $16 fee for environmental studies. That's to make sure you have healthy water, make sure your lakes are healthy, make sure their grass is mowed along the highways and things of that nature. Then you have a $13 fee for government services. That's for like food stamps, welfare checks for single parents, for housing for the single parents, and the different programs for the children. All of those dollars total in to help pay for these programs. Now, if a man is 44 years old and he has $5.5 million, he may think it's unrealistic to pay for the man that's making $350 to be able to take his child to daycare so he can work. Because the man who's 44 years old doesn't have a child and doesn't need daycare. And he has valid reasons as to why he would think it in that nature. But the way the United States is designed, we all help each other. And paying taxes is a way to help each other. And we're all taxed legally by appropriate fees and appropriate quotas. And that's how they determine the tax. It doesn't matter if you make $1 million or you make $100, you're going to be taxed. You'll probably pay a lower tax for the $100 person than the millionaire, but it all comes out to the same percentage. That's the way the taxes program was designed. And we have to remember that in the United States, it can be an honor to pay these taxes, because in some states like Iran or Iraq or even South Africa, they don't collect taxes. But they also don't have the programs that we have here to help the elderly, to help the poor, and to provide public transportation. They don't have roads like we have here. And those are things that the American citizens want and have become spoiled into thinking that it's a necessity. We forget the programs we use until they're not there for us to use. I think in closing that no citizen likes to pay taxes. No citizen likes to see percentages deducted and passed on to some program. No citizen likes to work hard and see portions taken out of their checks. While you may not like it, you may see it as necessary, and you may think of it as an honor and a privilege to use the program under some resources available through the taxes. Appreciate where the taxes are going, investigate how they are going, and get involved with your government to make sure that your taxes are being accordingly to the community's needs. Thank you. Good night.